Say hi to YouTube. Welcome back to the YouTube channel for Minimal Wardrobe. Today we're going to discuss the idea of building and capsule wardrobe for a man to fulfill a minimalist aesthetic for around about £1,000. No capsule wardrobe is perfect, no capsule wardrobe is finished. However, I think there are certain things that you would want in a capsule wardrobe, or at least I would want if I was starting again. Really, I wondered, if you were starting again, like, I need to completely rebuild my wardrobe. I've got nothing that I like to wear. You know, this isn't an absolutely uncommon situation. This is certainly why I think capsule wardrobes are really appealing, because they offer a small scale solution to that quandary, that problem. For myself as a basis, there are probably capsule wardrobes that could be cheaper, probably because they'd have different items in them, or they'd have less items even. But the example that I've formulated has about 31 items in it, which is basically what Courtney Carver recommends in her Project 333. A 3-month period, i.e. a season, you wear 33 items of clothing, and that includes shoes, accessories, etc. And my example has those things. It has the only accessories it doesn't have are things like jewellery or watches. You got to ask yourself, really, how much do you spend a year on clothes? Is it a lot? Is it a very small amount? If it's a lot, are you buying clothes and not wearing them? You know, it's a common thing. I certainly used to buy clothes and never wear them, or, you know, you kind of buy them on a bit of a whim, like, I'll get a lot of use out of that, you think. And you don't, because you never find that special situation, or it's not perfect. You've got to settle for something that fits your needs, but also something that is pretty much perfection. You've got to pursue that as much as you can. Within realism, a couple of months ago I did a bit of an inventory, and I found that my core wardrobe that I use throughout the year is about 30, it hovers around about 30 items, but I've got items that I wear when it's really hot, like football tops and shorts and so on, and then I've got items like really warm jumpers and coats that I wear pretty much the rest of the year. So they you know, that boosts my capsule up to probably about 60 items for a season, which sounds like a lot. Every time I declutter and every time I go through my collection, I always find pieces that I think, oh, I could see that go. But it's a steady process for me, whereas it might be a complete process for you. You might do it all in one go. So when looking for items, I ask myself, what do I wear in a casual situation? So I, for example, like skinny jeans, I like t-shirts, I like flannel or check shirts, stuff like that, or I like a sweatshirt. So really that was my guide. You can see my dog. That was my guide, my outfit that I would choose. That was the core outfit, was basically jeans and a t-shirt. Something that's not really going to go out of style. It's as timeless can be in our society. And then I thought, well, what about smart casual? I still wear skinny jeans, or I might wear a more casual smart pair of trousers, for example, if I want to smarten it up a little bit more. I've got a couple of options in there in the capsule for that. I think it's a very safe look, you know, jumper and jeans or trousers or whatever, but it's a classic, and I think if you do it well and if you do it with a minimal colour palette, it can look extremely chic. And that's the key as well, is to keep the minimal colour palette. I don't think colour blocking makes a lot of sense when you're doing this kind of capsule. Overall, I think that the aesthetic of, say, an all black look, that is a look that goes a long way. Capsules are personal. You gotta go with what you really like. And also, I think the key is, don't always shop for what is cheapest or on sale. Sometimes chasing a deal will make you choose an item just because it's cheaper or it's on a deal. You've got to look at what's a really good item for that class. So a lot of the items, well, almost all of the items in the capsule are full price. You get them for a lot cheaper. You could spend a lot less than £1,200. What I'm saying is that sales are a tactic to sell clothes, and you've got to go with the clothes that fit. You've got to go by the items rather than just by the price. Yes, it's nice to have a good deal and to have good value for money, but sometimes you've got to put things like the aesthetics first, or even the ethical nature of the clothing. Better made clothes made in better working conditions, made of less exploitative materials, they are going to cost more. So here is the board. As it says, a minimalist men's capsule wardrobe for £1,220. The average UK adult spends around £1,220 on clothing a year, so what kind of capsule wardrobe could that buy you? Total is £1,244.39, and the average price of each item is £62.22. And as it says, price is correct as of the 6th of September 2017. The base is these £7.50 t-shirts from Dickies. Really, there's loads of choices for these. I just went with Dickies. I don't own any Dickies t-shirts, but I've heard them come pretty highly recommended. I personally would go with black, mid-grey, and white. You could get t-shirts like that from COS or from Uniqlo. My personal choice is always American Apparel, but you can't buy them in the UK from an official shop. You have to buy them from like a wholesaler on Amazon.co.uk, and their prices all vary per colour and per style. So I thought it'd be easier for this just to say these Dickies ones. So one more t-shirt, another Patagonia one. I think you want a t-shirt that you can wear when you're going for a run, or when you're going when it's really hot, and for that you want something that will be sweat wicking, something like that. So I've chosen this Patagonia 9 Trails shirt. It's got some good reviews and so on, so I thought it'd be pretty satisfying as well from a ease of use perspective to be able to get several of these items all from the same place and to know your size and so on. I really like skinny jeans, black skinny jeans particularly, so these would be my choice. £17.99. These are from H&M, skinny low jeans. You can't really go wrong with a pair like these. I mean, that is if they fit you and if the style suits you, but they're very popular. They've been around a long time. I doubt they'll ever really get rid of this style. If they did, that would really show the demise of skinny jeans. So I'd say 3 pairs of these would give a pretty good base. I considered joggers, but I thought you want something that's quite smart casual, something that's comfy. So really the thing with joggers obviously is they've got an elasticated waist. So I went ahead COS, and I like the way this is styled. This is pretty much an outfit that I would put together myself using this capsule wardrobe. Instead of these leather sneakers, obviously we've got Vans, as you will see. They provide a pretty decent alternative. I think you could wear those with any of the tops, really, particularly the smart casual knitwear that I'm highlighting. Sticking to the casual, I really like sweatshirts, particularly black sweatshirts. So this would be an example. This is from Weekday, another H&M brand. So I think that sweatshirt, t-shirt underneath, black jeans or black tailored trousers would create a nice all black look. So for spring summer I chose this vintage Levi's, which is on ASOS Marketplace. This one's priced at £38. You can find a denim jacket like that in pretty much any charity or thrift store, and it's not really going to go out of style either, and it's the only blue item that I've chosen, so it would go well with any of the other items apart from maybe your shorts, so because it will contrast nicely. The second jacket I've chosen is from Patagonia. This is called the Ukiah down hybrid jacket, and as it says, it's waterproof and it's breathable and it's made of recycled down. Personally, I prefer to wear a beanie. You could even wear a hoodie underneath this to give you that hood and that extra layer. It's got recycled down, as I say, and that's important because it can be a very cruel material to use. It's pretty well documented. There's no sort of plain button downs or anything like that in this wardrobe, which is pretty much the #1 choice on a lot of capsule wardrobes for men. And in my experience, it's a bit of a rabbit hole getting into those sorts of Oxford shirts, because once you have an Oxford shirt, you feel like you have to wear a blazer with it, or a smarter jumper, or a cardigan or something like that, and it determines your entire look. For me, flannel shirts are perfect. So my favourite flannel shirts are made by All Saints, which is a British fashion company, and the RRP of this Wyoming shirt is £90, but you can pretty much guarantee that in the sales and discount codes this will go down to half price or just over half price. So there's no need to rush for something like that. Although I think the colours are really, really nice, and they pop really well against any of the black or grey items in the wardrobe. And the second one, I thought, I've never tried Patagonia's shirts, but they have a very good reputation quality wise. So in a sense, I think the All Saints one is much more fashion oriented, whereas this is a more like, sort of everyday sort of casual shirt. I mean, you could get a shirt like this from a charity shop, no doubt about it, but it's not going to have that Patagonia branding or that Patagonia build quality. So really, I can't really base this on charity shops, because charity shops are random. This is all about the idea that you could, with the money, you could go and place some orders with a laptop and an internet connection or whatever, and you could build a wardrobe from scratch in a shopping session. But it's also, I suppose, a danger. It's a highlight of how much you can spend without even knowing about it, and that you should focus on having less rather than more. So in winter, like I say, I like to wear a beanie, so I've chosen this Patagonia beanie, and it could go with any of these items really. In summer, I like to wear a baseball cap. I've really got into that, and really you want an all black. I think they add a real edge to a lot of looks. So on a day-to-day basis in the UK, we used to be pretty famous for our complete waist to do with shopping bags, and last year, I think it was, maybe the year before, there was a change of law, and you had to pay 5p minimum for a shopping bag. It's more and more acceptable to carry around a bag, and I like backpacks, so I've chosen this one by the North Face. This is the Recon backpack, and I really like the utilitarian design of this. It's not exciting in the slightest, but it's there to do a job. It's got a removable waist belt, secondary compartment that has internal organisation, and fleece line media pocket. So basically you can put and you've got a laptop sleeve, tablet sleeve, sternum strap. So it's got a lot of features. As you can see now, it's loaded up. So you can fit a lot in here. You could pretty much organise your life in this bag. Let's look at the knitwear. So as I've said, these are from Reiss, which is a British fashion brand, and these are in the outlet. So these prices are much lower than they are RRP, but the Reiss outlet is a permanent thing on their website, so you can pretty much get knitwear like this at almost any time from Reiss, and I really rate their quality. I've had thick knit jumpers like this, I've had fine knit merino from them, and they wash really nicely and they fit just right. They're not too slim, they're not too large. They fit really nice, true to size in my opinion, and they give quite a smart and clean cut look. So it's kind of like a fisherman sort of style, and it's got a slight raglan sleeve, I guess you would call it. I'd wear this particularly in the winter and autumn. And then you've got the Woodman. Now I know a lot of people don't like polo shirts, but I think I've found these super appropriate for when I'm doing presentations and all sorts of things and going to dinner. I think they've got a nice sort of soft edge because of the material, but also it's smart because it's got a nice collar on it and so on. And Reiss always do some kind of merino polo. The next layer, I think you want a really warm hoodie, particularly for winter. So I got one of these a few weeks ago. It was £28 then. It is a bit more now, but on Amazon the prices change day to day or even within the same day, so I've just gone with £28 as a guide, and this is by Champion, who are the company that invented the hoodie, and I really recommend their reverse weave hoodie. That £28 is much lower than the RRP, and I like the fact that this version only has the logo on the sleeve. It's a bit out of the way, whereas a lot of them have them on the chest. So in terms of footwear, first of all, as I said, rain is really important in the UK. We face it 199 days of the year. That's 4 days out of the week. And so I found recently I bought these when they're on sale, and I really recommend them. I mean, I get a lot of wear out of them because I walk my dog every day, but these are by Adidas, and they've got Gore-Tex lining, and they are really, really waterproof, and they're very, very comfortable. I think these would fit pretty much any occasion in winter where you need to get to the shops or you need to get about even when it's snowed or ice. The sole should do about as good a job as you can really in those sorts of conditions. So definitely those. Then every day for the rest of the year, you can't really go wrong with Vans Old Schools. These are just a canvas version. There's loads of different colourways and versions of them. I go with the all black and white. Yeah, these are just super comfortable. They fit true to size, and they're much more comfortable than Converse in my experience. So then on to boots. I think there's two styles of boots that would do sort of double work in this wardrobe. First is Chelsea boots. These are by Marks and Spencer's. They're only £79. I know a few people with these, and they've got loads of nice different colourways. I've chosen the black suede to keep the all black look, and they've got a bit of a brown tonal sort of sole, and you can see the welt as well is coloured as well. So it's not all black by any means, but I think these would fit really well for a smart casual dinner or for a presentation, or just day to day as well. They're really versatile, and they're really easy to put on and off because of the elastic panel on them. I love Chelsea boots, and they've got a real rock star edge to them. So the next pair of shoes that I'm going to talk about is these classic Dr. Martens boots. There's loads of different styles. I've gone with the all black. I much prefer the versions with the black stitching, the welt being black rather than yellow. I think they're a lot cleaner. You can get these probably cheaper on somewhere like eBay, already broken in. These aren't going to go out of style, and they add a little bit of edge, and because the sole is practical, you can wear them a lot of the year as well. So the only item I think I haven't talked about so far are the shorts. I just went with the North Face. I haven't got a pair of these, but I thought these would be nice because they've got the panelling to make them breathable, and they've got pockets. My shorts really are intended for football, and running, and I just wear them when it's hot enough, because days like that are so few and far between in the year that there's no real point having linen trousers, in my opinion, unless you need to wear that kind of thing for like an event or something. So in conclusion, this is the men's capsule wardrobe for £1,220. I hope you've enjoyed this little experiment. You can read the article at minimaldrobe.com. Please like and subscribe. If you would like more content like this, please comment, and just appraise what I've done here. Yes, you could save money on certain items, so you could get a cheaper waterproof from Patagonia, for example, but I was trying to think of, if you started completely from scratch and you wanted to have an easy lifestyle, what would you buy? And for me, these are all good options. So look at you. Daddy, stop it.